Breakfast television weather is brought to you by Reactin. Provides 24-hour relief for your worst allergy symptoms.
For the most part, pollen counts today on the low side, but after this weekend, things are going to get growing as we're into a nice area of some high pressure, and with that, loads of sunshine in store for you. We've already cleared out the skies here in the Toronto area as well as southwestern Ontario. To the east of us, still seeing a little bit of morning cloud, but that'll quickly clear and mainly sunny skies. Temperatures, I still want you to bundle up. We got a temperature right now about -2. You factor in a northwesterly flow of winds, and we have wind chills around -8. So you still need that heavier coat through the morning hours. We have wind chills of -7 in Ottawa, -5 into Kingston. Daytime highs today, 8 degrees. Tomorrow we're going to improve that, go up to 12, 14 through Sunday. Monday, could see a pair of shorts around Monday afternoon. 15 degrees under mainly sunny skies. Some showers into Tuesday, into Wednesday, that is, with cloud cover increasing through Tuesday into Wednesday. Thursday, a daytime high of 10 under clearing skies. Tonight, the last night of below freezing temperatures, down to about -2. Tomorrow evening, an overnight low of +2. Carrie, over to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to see those shorts for sure. For sure. All right now, let's head over to our cameras because we have problems southbound on the Allen ramp. This is the southbound Allen ramp to the westbound 401. It's just partially blocked right now. Looks like traffic is still able to get through. It's just squeezing by, but we'll be watching that, see if they close that ramp completely. And now that I'm having another closer look, it looks like not much traffic is coming through, so there's a good chance they're just closing that ramp off. Again, this is southbound Allen over to the westbound 401. Not seeing any traffic coming through, so keep that in mind. As for the rest of the drive, we're not doing too badly. Here's a look at the westbound 401 as you travel across the city up towards the top of your screen. We're looking at those westbound lanes. Busy right now from approaching Markham Road off and on over to about Kennedy. Express and collectors are filling in. And let's take a look at the QEW just starting to fill in. Eastbound traffic is just filling in as you travel through Burlington, but into Oakville and Mississauga, not spotting any delays. Off the highways in town, Bremner, that is closed off in both directions between Reese and Lower Simcoe, and that is all due to the falling ice in that area. So keep that in mind. We'll let you know as soon as that reopens. That's a look at your drive. Back to you, Mel.
All right, if you are heading out the door taking the UP or TTC, just want to tell you about a few delays. So first up, UP Express, we're seeing some delays, some equipment issue delays here. So you may see some issues through there. A little bit of delay. I don't know how long that will be. But for the TTC, we are seeing some longer than normal travel times southbound between Yorkdale and Eglinton West stations. This is because of signal issues. Also at the Wilson Yard, there are some problems there, so that is creating delays on line 1. We're seeing it mostly through the top of line 1, but we'll let you know should anything change here.
What's the next story?
All right, we'll bring you back to what we've seen. Day 5 now of the CN Tower and surrounding area. The question is it going to finally reopen? A live look here at the tower. It has been off limits since Monday because of the weather, falling ice from last weekend's storm, to be specific. For now, the area remains taped off, so Bremner between Lower Simcoe and Reese remains closed off. Ripley's Aquarium is still also closed. We hope to get an update from police later on this morning. Of course, we'll bring that to you as soon as we have it. To other news that we're following, a man in his 20s suffering a gunshot wound overnight in the city's East End. This one happening at Lawrence and Eleanor Avenue, just a couple blocks east of Pharmacy. The victim taken to a local trauma center. His injuries not believed to be life-threatening. It happened just after 1 this morning, and so far there has been no arrest. Though a suspect reportedly fleeing on foot, so far no description has been released. An investigation also downtown after a man rushed a hospital after being stabbed. This happened around 2 on George Street, south of Gerrard, and right across from the Seton House. The victim's injuries are not life-threatening. So far, no arrest has been made, but there is surveillance in the area. In fact, just in the rear of the Jarvis Street Courthouse is where it happened, so they will be combing through that for their investigation. The strike at York University now nearing its 8th week, and mediation continues today. Let's get over to our Tammy Sutherland at York University. A lot of students have questions, and hopefully some of the questions now being answered. Good morning, Tammy.
Good morning, Melanie. That's right. Members of CUPE Local 3903 will be back here on these picket lines in about an hour or so. Yesterday, the university announcing its plans to help support those students who have been affected by this 8-week-long strike. so far. Now, some of the options include, once the strike is over, students will have 4 weeks to complete the courses that they are enrolled in this semester. That's if they choose to. Another option will also include a tuition credit where they can actually withdraw from this semester as well, and they can do that anytime between March 5th, when the strike started, up until the end of this year, and they'll receive a tuition credit for either that course or for another course if they choose to take something else. They'll also be able to apply for $1,500 rather in financial support, in additional bursaries to help anyone who's been impacted financially, or whether their travel plans have been impacted this summer because of this strike. That's, of course, if they choose to continue on once the strike ends. Now, the one thing is, if the strike does not end by April 23rd, which is this upcoming Monday, the university says they will not be able to offer all of the summer courses that they initially planned to. So that's something to keep in mind. And it doesn't seem as if this strike is going to wrap up by Monday. Again, like we said, the final mediation day is set to continue later on this morning. Their last mediation on Tuesday ended with both sides very far apart. Mel, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Tammy, thank you for that update. We'll check in with you a little bit later on this morning. To other news now, residents in Windsor and Detroit, you may have felt a slight shaking yesterday. The area actually hit by a 3.6 magnitude earthquake. It was centered just 5 kilometers outside of Amherstburg. Now, luckily, no reports of any serious injuries or damage, but residents saying they heard a boom before the ground shook for roughly 30 seconds. This, the strongest earthquake to hit the area since records began in 1900.